Hi everyone, I'm Rosie and welcome to Vox Yoga. Today's practice is for performance anxiety, something that I'm sure almost every performer goes through at some point. So in order to conquer performance anxiety, you really need to be aware of the situation. Our fight or flight reflex often kicks in that leads us to panic, so we really need to be able to calm the nervous system. On the day of your performance, you might need a more calming practice, you might need a more energetic practice. But something like today's yoga would be great to do in the lead up to a performance to help get you into that calm, rest and digest state. So in this practice, we'll start with some breathing and then we'll come to some postures. In those postures, I'm not going to talk too much today. We're just going to get set up and then breathe, focus on the breath, focus on finding a sense of release, calm, but control as well. So we'll start seated today. Any comfortable seated position for you. Bring the hands to the lap where it feels comfortable. If you're happy shutting the eyes, please do so. Notice the breath in your body and how you're feeling right now. We'll come to 2-1 breathing. So our inhale will last for 4 and our exhale will last for 8. I'll count you through the first few and then you can continue at your own pace. In order to find more sense and control, I encourage you to add a f, s, sh to your exhale. Breathing in through the nose. Let's begin. In, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In. Add a hum to your next exhale, keeping the count of 8. One more round. Come back to your natural breath pattern, but just having a focus on that lengthened exhale. Throughout the practice, if it feels comfortable and good to carry on the s and the on the exhale, then please do just see what speaks to you. You can keep the eyes closed or breathe them open. Let's come to butterfly. So remaining seated, bring the soles of the feet together. Knees gently open to the side. Just take hold of the ankles and keep the spine long here. Come back to the breath. Release the hands, gently bring the knees in, coming to bridge pose. Lying on the back, feet flat on the mat, knees pointing towards the ceiling. Lift the hips. Interlace the hands underneath the back to open the heart. Breathe here. Release the hands, gently bring the spine back to the mat. Mindfully roll onto the side and press yourself up to tabletop, hands and knees. Gentle cat-cows. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest, look forward. Exhale, round the back, looking to the knees. Follow your breath, continuing in this pattern. Come back to neutral. Walk the hands towards the knees and sit yourself up on the knees, camel pose. Tuck the toes here. Bring the hands to the lower back. On our inhale, we're going to lift, find length through the spine, the crown. Exhale, bending backwards just from the upper back. Small, subtle movement. If you want to extend to the full posture, you can drop the hands to the ankles. Breathe here. Next inhale, lift back up. Exhale, child's pose, sitting back on the heels, knees together or apart. Bringing the forehead down to the mat, a block or a blanket. Arms can extend long overhead or come down by the side. Lift the torso, come back to tabletop. Pressing through the palms, downward facing dog. Tuck the toes, extend the legs, lift the hips to the ceiling. Have movement here or find space. Always come back to the breath. Always come back to the breath. Walk the hands to the feet with a bend in the knees. Standing forward fold. Let the arms and the head hang heavy. Breathe. Interlace the hands, bringing them behind the head. Thumbs support the neck. Without pulling, gently let your hands keep your head heavy. Release the hands.
With the hands to the feet, with a bend in the knees, standing forward fold. Let the arms hang heavy, head hang heavy. Breathe.
Interlace the hands, bringing them behind the head. Thumbs supporting the neck. Without pulling, just gently let your hands keep your head heavy. Release the hands, tuck the chin and slowly roll up to stand. Mountain pose, breathe here. Ground through the left foot. Focus on a point in front of you, coming to tree pose. Bring the sole of the right foot either to the left ankle, calf, or thigh. Focusing on your point, bring the hands to prayer at the heart. Option to lift them up overhead. Bring the hands back to the heart at the overhead. Release the knee, come back to standing. Ground through the right foot. Sole of the left foot comes to the ankle, calf, or inner thigh. Focusing on your point, your drishti. Hands at the heart or extending it overhead. Bring the hands back to the heart. Release the left knee. Bring the sole of the foot back to the floor. Release the hands. Breathe here. Tuck the chin, slowly roll down to a standing forward fold. Come to seated. Extend the legs out in front of you. Staff pose. Ground through the sit bones here. Feet are flexed towards the ceiling, keeping the spine long. Hands can be by the sides, on the lap, or lifted up overhead. Breathe. inhale, find length through the spine, lift the arms overhead if they're not already. Exhale, folding forward over the legs. Keep a bend in the knees or have them straight, but avoid hunching. Find length through the spine, and then you can round forward if it feels good. Breathe here. Your next inhale, lift the torso. Exhale. Come to lie on the back. Hug the knees to the chest. Gently rock from side to side. Extend the legs for Shavasana. Bring the hands to the side, palms facing up. Come back to your breath. Feel free to stay here as long as you like, or start to deepen the breath. Gently move the fingers and the toes. Hug the knees to the chest. Gently roll onto your side. And slowly press yourself back up to seated. Close the eyes, keep the spine long. Bring the hands to prayer at the heart. Finish with one cleansing breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Inhale. Release the hands, breathe the eyes open. Thank you for joining me for this practice today. I hope you've enjoyed it and found it useful. I'd also really recommend exploring alternate nostril breathing as well. I've got a video for that, which is a really nice balancing, calming breathing practice, which is also fantastic for anxiety. If you've enjoyed this, hit like, hit subscribe for weekly practices. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you again.